And you've got it on 2K Sports for Wednesday night action in the NBA. And on tap tonight, it's the Golden State Warriors. Well, Clark, it may not be for everyone, but we have a great defensive matchup this evening in this one.
Well, I'll tell you what, it is for me, Kevin. I mean, I like to see defense take center stage sometimes. I love when teams get after it and make it hard for each other to score. And if you're a basketball purist, this is must-watch TV.
And recently, MP came out and stressed that he doesn't take these rivalry games too lightly. Winning these games is a big-time priority for him.
You know, MP hasn't yet got the team on the right track in the rivalry rodeo. But the good news, tonight is a new opportunity. He won't forget how that last loss stung. So I expect MP to come out with something a bit extra tonight.
And now the Golden State Warriors starters. Trace Jackson-Davis out there with Jonathan Kuminga. Then it's MP. Then it's Curry. And it's Butler in at the 3, the small forward. I'm now to hand over to David Aldridge for some information about MP.
Thanks very much, Kevin. We know that everybody knows the history between these two teams. All those knockdown, drag-out battles. So I asked MP if he was going to take the high road tonight and try to stay above the fray. He said just the opposite. These guys always show us disrespect. We're going to grind it out and teach them a lesson. Get your popcorn ready. Kevin.
Got it right here, Deanne. Gonna start chopping it down. Familiarity, the right breeding contempt here. Edwards kicks to DiVincenzo. The Timberwolves working the ball around them. Reed with a screen on MP. No coverage that time. Edwards got 7 points in the game.
Talk about a great start. 3 of 3 from the field to get the game going. They're cooking with gas, folks.
MP finds Kuminga. Back to MP. No good with the triple.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender inside.
There's always a surprise, isn't there, Clark, in the offseason? Let's go back to 2022. That offseason, the Timberwolves going all in on Rudy Gobert.
Basically, Kevin, they traded 5 firsts plus a bunch of good players for Gobert. It was derided at the time, and I can understand why, but Rudy's defense has taken them to another level, and he's actually been a little better offensively than people thought he would be. And Butler just excellent at finding ways to get to the stripe, especially when he's near the basket.
This is his first trip to the line tonight. That free throw, no good. And the second free throw, good. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Pass to Reed. Edwards inside. Covered by MP. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
And just a solid way to start the game. 4 or 5.
That's a 2 from Butler. With nobody on him, he buries the jumper. Butler's got his second basket of the night.
How about 3 or 4 from the floor to start? That's always a good sign.
DiVincenzo passes to McDaniels. Outside Edwards. Poked loose and stolen by Butler. DiVincenzo against Curry.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through.
And that's an alley-oop that'll be loop-to-loop all day long on the highlight reel.
Edwards, good. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Pass to MP. Back to Curry. From the arc. Garza pulls it in.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Now DiVincenzo. Against Washington, he was really on his game. Edwards' shot is good. Edwards got 13.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
On the wing, MP. And there's a foul called on Naz Reid. That'll be his second foul of the game.
That's his second foul already, and that's going to force him to tone down his aggression defensively.
Alexander Walker, he's checked in for McDaniel. MP kicks to Curry. Shot clock at 5. Back to MP. A three-pointer, no good. The Timberwolves have gotten 6 or 7 shots to fall in the first quarter. They're off and running. DiVincenzo passes to Edwards. Here's Alexander Walker. From outside, off the mark. And Clark, here's a great guy to have in the rotation. Nickeil Alexander-Walker.
Loved him in college. Loved his versatility, and I thought it would translate nicely to the NBA. Took him a minute to find his rhythm, but he's got great length, which makes him versatile defensively, and he can play with just about anybody because he's got good all-around offensive skills.
Outside Edwards. No good on the three. And so MP will bring it up for Golden State, trailing by 2. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
Well, you look at the points they produced in that game. Great adjustments on the offensive end.
Well, it's really hard to stop them when they're in the groove offensively, and they were in a comfort zone all game long in that one.
And some changes here for the Warriors. Looney's checked in for Trace Jackson-Davis. Harrison Barnes comes in for Jonathan Kuminga. And Gary Payton has subbed in for Butler. Timberwolves leading by 4. Here's Alexander Walker. And the layup's good off the glass.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
Curry passes to Barnes. Now, here's MP. A 14-point game for him in the win against the Raptors in Toronto. Curry on the wing. A 3 from MP. Good, and Curry gets the assist.
The defense has to understand the scouting report on MP. He can make you pay from deep.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thanks very much. MP in the last game against the Raptors played some quality ball. He scored 14 points and orchestrated the offense as he piled up the assists. And it was important for them to break that losing streak. He was a big reason why they were able to do it. Kevin?
All right, David, thanks. The aggressiveness, Greg, he showed the other night. We'll see if he can match that intensity here.
I'm a believer. I think he can produce at the same level tonight.
You know, I'm curious, guys, to see whether the defense plays him straight up, plays him honestly, or do they deny him, trap him, whatever they can do to force the ball out of his hands. We'll see.
Here's Dillingham. He picked up 15 points in their last win against Washington.
And made a good mark at the free throw line as well. He got himself to the strike a lot and cashed in when he had his chances.
MP kicks to Payton. MP sets the screen for Payton. Here's MP. Rebound, Minnesota.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
There's the pick. Unloads. A shot by Alexander Walker, no good. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And the Warriors miss again. Timberwolves leading by 8. Pass to Dillingham. Driving in. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. Minnesota shooting their first free throws here tonight.
Looking over there.
For the Warriors, Trace Jackson-Davis is checked in for Looney. Kuminga comes in for Harrison Barnes. Butler, he's checked in for Gary Payton. And MP subbed in for Hield. All right, we're in the middle of the season here, Greg. How do you stay engaged at this time of the year?
Honestly, Kevin, it can be hard. The schedule is so daunting. There's really no time to reset. So spending your off days recharging, I think, is important.
So with Curry sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. We've got Brandon Pajemski. Butler out there with Kuminga. Then it's Trace Jackson-Davis. And it's MP in at the 2. Here's Alexander Walker. Covered by MP. Here's Tillingham. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
Not much falling for him this quarter, guys, and you can sense his frustration.
Timberwolves trail. Rebound by Butler.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter, and it's been ugly.
MP dishes to Butler. Back to MP. Golden State moving the ball around. Down low. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Crafty move there from MP to get to the foul line. The young man, fearless inside.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Boy, it certainly appears to be the case. I mean, they've spent a lot of time at the foul line this quarter, and that's the result of attacking the rim and being physical.
Clark is checked in for the Timberwolves. The Warriors also with a sub. Curry's checked in for Brandon Pajemski. Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. Mars is checked in, and it's Edwards in for Clark. Alexander Walker on the wing. Defended by Butler. And here's Edwards from the arc. Gets it to go for bucket number 8. He's taken just 10 shots.
And, you know, succeeding in the catch-and-shoot game will really help Edwards set up his drives to the hoop.
Right side, Butler. Back to MP. The kick outside to Butler. Good, and the assist goes to MP. Butler's got the lead up to 3 now for the Warriors.
It really turned it around here in the second quarter after shooting less than 40% from the field in the first.
Edwards, no good. Golden State's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. Curry fires from way outside. It's hauled in by Edwards.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
So a tough quarter for him offensively. He hasn't been able to give his team a lift when they need it.
Curry on the wing. MP deciding where to go with it. Outside, Kuminga cranes the three-pointer. Kuminga's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And what you like about MP as a playmaker, he has great vision.
Alexander Walker on the wing. He set the pick. On the wing, Ingle. Alexander Walker with the ball. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Garza, no good. Look at the last game for the Minnesota Timberwolves. It was a win against the Wizards in Washington.
And sometimes it's a lot harder to get easy looks on the road, but they found ways to get their guys good looks.
And it was funny, the road arena didn't bother them at all. I mean, they locked in, focused, and executed and got it done.
Here's Edwards. And no good. The try spell continuing for him. Outside Butler. Curry passes to MP. To the left wing. Here's Jackson-Davis. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Jackson-Davis has got 11 points. And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. goes in for the Timberwolves. Nas Reed, he's checked in for Joe Ingles. McDaniels comes in for Alexander Walker. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Dillingham. The Warriors also with a sub. Rudy's checked in.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And, you know, they've got to be careful, because this is when the team concept breaks down and guys start playing hero ball.
Curry deciding where to go with it. MP finds Curry. That three off target. Got some space there after the little pump fake. When Nas Reed is out there, Clark, spacing the floor is a real asset for him.
For sure, and, you know, he really puts a lot of pressure on the defense because he can score from anywhere on the floor, and he's got great size and strength. And he does the little things, too. I mean, you look at his points and rebounds. This guy gets deflections. He goes after loose balls. He gets you extra possessions on the glass. He steps in and takes charge. I mean, he does all the little and big things.
Curry can't get it to go.
And it's just one of those days, guys. He has just struggled to shoot the basketball.
Here's Edwards. He sinks the 11-footer. Edwards got 20.
Edwards is rolling right now. If I'm his teammates, he's getting the rock every time.
Pass to Jackson Davis. Golden State moving the ball around. Kuminga sets a screen for MP. On its way from Curry for two. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Yeah, and that field goal percentage zooming upwards is now above 50%, which is pretty strong.
DiVincenzo passes to Garza. Here's DiVincenzo, guarded by Curry. With his first shot attempt, they get it back. Reed kicks to McDaniel. Shoots over Kuminga. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. And it's 6 points for Jaden McDaniel. Warriors leading by 7. On the wing, MP. Great tee that time from Edwards. And so Edwards will bring it up for Minnesota. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Reed in the post. Kuminga on him. And the wide-open shot from DiVincenzo. Off target with the open look.
I guess even he is one of those once in a while.
Stolen by McDaniels. Jimmy Butler has been on display for the Warriors. He ends up dropping in 2 from distance, making a difference from long range in this one. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
And thank you for joining us, as with 2 quarters in the books, it's looking good for Golden State.
They've been in fuego from downtown, finding space and letting it go, showing.
Now let's change gears. Thank you for being with us. Now let's...
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, 1 half to go. You know, Anthony Edwards has been exceptional here, guys.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up, be physical with him.
Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniel. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. Then there's Reed. And it's Garza in at the 5 spot. That's Chris Finch's 5 as we get into the second half. Warriors leading by 7. Well, their pass to MP. It's stolen by DiVincenzo. Oh, tough play by Butler.
The well-put-together Butler proving that he's just a little too strong there, not allowing the physical defense to stifle him at all. Pass
to McDaniels. DiVincenzo with it. It's Edwards on the wing. Look at Edwards sliding home the three.
Nice smooth three-point shot by Edwards there. Boy, he's got confidence from behind the arc.
Murray finds Kuminga. MP outside. Butler on the wing. MP sets the screen for Butler. Pass to Curry. 5 on the clock. A three ball. The three ball from Curry.
And you got the feeling that was coming. Curry loves coming back with a three of his own.
DiVincenzo passes to Garza. McDaniels with the bounce pass. DiVincenzo can't hit it. Warriors leading by 9. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, thank you very much. Jaden McDaniels has become an X factor for the Wolves. Mike Conley says, we know what he does defensively, but the offense that he can bring for us balances our unit. It's much needed. Guys tend not to think of him as an offensive player, but he does have that in his game. Kevin?
But I love the reference to an X factor. He definitely is that. All right, David, thank you. A nice shot by McDaniel.
Right there, Daniels is saying, you got to come get me if you want to stop me.
MP outside. Back to Curry. MP outside. Back to Curry, and they call an illegal screen here. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. Taking a look at Minnesota. They're stuck in the same spot, but still a top 10 team.
And I think for Golden State, they've used the doubters as fuel for this season's strong showing. Night after night, each guy plays with that proverbial chip on his shoulder.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Looney's checked in for Trace Jackson-Davis. Harrison Barnes comes in for Jonathan Kuminga. And it's Brandon Bajemski in for Curry. Peyton's checked in for Jimmy Butler. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. MP dishes to Peyton. Kicks it out to MP. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. And here is DiVincenzo. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
And just a little too...
Completely new lineup for Minnesota. And the Warriors with some changes. There's 47 seconds left in the third. Pass to Ingles from outside the arc. Warriors with the rebound. Jackson-Davis has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. MP inside. Defended by Alexander Walker. Timberwolves trail by 16. Now Dillingham. And here is Ingles. Defended by Moody. Ingles passes to Shannon. And the foul called on MP. That's his third foul so far on the situation in effect. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul.
Is confirmed.
The officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to review it. With double-checking, and the game continues on.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors sitting with a comfortable lead up by 14. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Now let's listen in to head coach Steve Kerr.
Getting there, the ball's moving. Looks more like...
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. For years, it seemed like the league was going to go smaller. But lately, Greg, it seems like size is back in fashion.
Yeah, I mean, look at the MVP award, right? Centers and Jogo and Embiid winning it recently. Even Giannis, you know, I would consider him small. And just overall around the NBA, it feels like bigger teams are having more success.
On the court for Golden State here in the fourth. Jimmy Butler is out there with Kuminga. Then it's Trace Jackson-Davis. Then it's MP. And it's Curry in at the point. Clark for three.
And they're not creating as many open looks now as they did in the first half. They've got to get sharper.
Oh, my goodness.
Man. Nasty. I'm talking filthy. Butler punching it and getting his teammates on the bench amped up.
And that's life above the rim. Courtesy of our AT&T 5G Slam Cam.
Playing from behind, trying to catch up at this point. They've done a nice job at the free throw line here in the second half.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
Guys, the D hasn't had an answer for the three-point shooting, which is why they continue to just fire away from deep.
The shooting's been great, but also how about the energy level? That's what's impressed me the most. They've been getting it up and down in transition, and that takes effort.
Here's Curry. Lays it up off the glass. 8 points for Stephen Curry.
Stronger than he looks. Curry able to take the hit there and finish.
Mark against MP. Unloads from 13. Basket good.
His mid-range shot is very solid. I mean, for some reason, the defense let him have it.
Outside Curry. On the wing, MP. He's covered by Clark. Curry is inside. Rebound by Alexander Walker. Alexander Walker's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Pass to Ingles. Here's Dillingham, defended by Butler. Kept alive. Warriors leading by 15. And here they go. And Kuminga throws it down.
Smart pass by MP. Great to see a young player making the right decisions with the ball.
The Timberwolves have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Clark outside. Pass to Dillingham. Over to the wing. 6 to shoot. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on MP. And Greg, talk about a guy who can create for himself. Dillingham can already score on elite defenders.
Yeah, and Kevin, a lot of that is his footwork. You can see the hours he's put into it. And then add in the body control and quickness. Good luck slowing this young man down.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. Edwards is checked in. Chalk up 2 there. Butler's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now that they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Alexander Walker passes to Edwards. And here's the break. And here's MP for 3. Drills the three-pointer. And the Warriors lead by 20.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second 3 of the game.
Edwards against MP. Basket counts. Edwards got 25 points in the game.
You know, when you're a guard like Edwards, I think you need the teardrop in your arsenal. Too many great rim protectors in the NBA. That's a shot you need to have.
They set the pick. Pass to Jackson Davis. Here's Pajemski. Jackson Davis finds MP. Off target from outside.
You know, even though they're on top, they're winning. I mean, they could use more from him. Trying to shut the door on this one.
MP against Edwards. Banked in off the glass. 27 points for him.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
Barnes outside. MP left side. Outside Butler. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Here's Pajemski. Einad pulls it in.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
A beautiful finish inside by Ainge.
Nice mid-range J from Edwards there. He's obviously not too concerned about what the analytics say about that shot.
Here's Butler. Good, and it's MP picking up the assist. MP's got his 9th assist in the game now. And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. He's not taking any chances and wants to huddle him up right away. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Myers is checked in. Reed comes in for Joe Ingles. Daniels, he's checked in for Alexander Walker. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Dillingham. Reed the pass to Edwards. Jacks up a three. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Warriors leading by 16. MP left side. On the wing, Barnes. And it's off from three-point range. McDaniels kicks to DiVincenzo. For three, Edwards. And the three ball is good. Edwards got 9 points now in the quarter.
And we are seeing tonight why Edwards was selected first overall. Anthony has a special ability to score.
Pajemski on the wing. He gets it in there.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
That's good, and the Warrior lead is cut down now to just 12 on the basket from Reed.
Off-ball preparation paying off for Reed. He was just waiting for that pass.
MP kicks to Butler. Back to MP. Here's the three. Reed with the rebound. Reed's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Pass to Edwards. And here is McDaniel. The putback. The Warriors pull it in. Jackson Davis has got rebound number 12 here already in the game. MP, that's for 2. And that's out of bounds. Golden State will retain possession. The Warriors making a switch here. Curry's checked in. .119 left in the fourth quarter. Count that one.
Off a pass, Steph Curry. That one is always going in, or almost always going in.
Here's Edwards. Second shot opportunity, and the layup is good.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Warriors.
Fewer miscues made the difference.
I mean, a great all-around effort. Not only did they minimize their turnovers, but kept the pressure up on D, forcing the other team to commit turnovers.
And so taking a look at their season record, this will be win number 31 on the year. And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Butler.
Every inch of the floor was his tonight as he came out and injected an energy into every play.
And the Warriors making a change here. Kuminga's checked in. The three from MP. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. There's 31 seconds left in the fourth quarter. A three for DiVincenzo. Rebound by Butler.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exits.
So we see the Warriors taking the game here. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, gee, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. So long.
Keep it up, MP. Keep chopping wood.